Are we? We are live, guys. Good evening, and welcome to another Boss Babes baby show.
Traveling edition.
The traveling edition. I'm not traveling; they are traveling. Oh, there goes my phone to tell us that we're live. There we go. So you're on your way back to Florida. Sounds exciting.
No comments.
We are. We invaded the she shed and we took some inventory to bring down with us to Florida. And so far we've run into just basic construction, slowdowns, and a lot of one-laners and a lot of more construction. Mistake. And we got this.
Oh, we got a new boss babe. There's Paige. There she is. There they go. Okay, they're at it again. We'll wave to them as they're busy on Whatnot. So if we're boring you guys to death, go on to Whatnot and see if the kids are auctioning.
They're always fun.
There she is. She's busy giving the details. I can tell that right now. Because last week I came down and watched you guys in action, and I'm kind of figuring out what's going on here. I can see Patience is setting up all the rules as I'm waving to her. So hopefully, towards the end of October here, we'll be getting on and doing our own Whatnot, and we'll probably have a special guest with us. But first, I got to get through some crazy stuff. So as soon as I get through this Friday, when I go in and get my sinus stuff taken care of, and once I get a little healed from that, then I hope to be back better than ever. Praying.
How long's that procedure?
Oh, from what they told me, an hour and a half. They'll tell me tomorrow and tell me what time to come on up because I gotta go up to South Euclid, Joy. And it's an hour and a half. They'll knock me out, do what they gotta do. When I wake up, they'll send me home. So that should be interesting. So Nurse Conky is going to have to help out.
Who's gonna make the bread?
Who's gonna make the bread? Well, you know what? He's going to be making bread. He's going to be doing a lot of stuff.
I don't know how.
Oh, how?
It already sounds. Hey, Conky, YouTube video. YouTube video will teach you everything you need to know. That's right.
I thought you wanted me to make one.
Here's what you do. You grab the pan. You spray the nonstick in it. Throw frozen loaf. Stick it in an oven that's been set to 250. Make sure you turn the oven off because you don't want to bake it. You just want it to sit in some warmth for 2 hours so it rises. Pull it out. Grab saran wrap. Cut a piece. Spray some more no stick on. Put over top.
I'll have to watch this later to get all those notes down.
Those are too many steps for Conky. I can tell you that already.
It's quicker than it sounds.
You make it sound like it's way worse than it is.
He's used to slice and eat. That's his job. Slice and eat.
Yep.
Oh, Jeremy's saying he'll come get you. You guys can go to Mike's place. Don't forget to bring me back something. Yeah, thanks, Mandy Pandy. Good luck, Noreen. Same, you guys. Thank you so much. The more, the merrier. Thank you. I just got to get through Friday. Spent 2 or 3 days in uncomfortable hell, and hopefully things will start going back up. But yeah, today, speaking of scary things, I'm going shopping today, getting things prepared and going grocery shopping. I don't know what the heck's happened, but why all of a sudden are eggs now again $3 to $4 a dozen? Eggs, $3 to $4 a dozen.
I haven't had to buy eggs in a while.
I know. But I mean, anybody else in the chat there, what is the dealio with the eggs? Why are eggs now 25 to 30 cents a piece? Or maybe it's just an Ohio thing. I don't know what's going on.
Eggs, they were $6.
What?
The last time I bought eggs, they were $6 a dozen. Almost $7.
Wow.
Buy chickens. No, Jeremy, I'm not buying chickens. I got dogs. That's enough.
Dogs don't lay eggs.
No,
Dogs
they
don't
lay
lay eggs, Noreen.
They lay other things. They lay other things, and it really gets fun this time of year. You know, with the leaves falling, it gets challenging to determine the leaves from what they've laid.
The leaves are changing. The leaves
Yes,
are
they
changing.
are.
You noticed?
Oh yes, and they're gonna. You guys will leave at the right time. I guess we're dipping down to 40 degrees tonight.
Oh,
Might have to get
yes, we are leaving at the right time.
Oh my gosh.
It's been clear for us for the most part.
Yeah.
It's been sunny and clear and beautiful
Pretty
and warm
pretty clouds in the sky.
like when the sky is blue and there's big fluffy white clouds, like the happy clouds in the sky.
Yes.
And the sun shining. That's been our commute so far.
So far, so good.
Yeah.
Mike's place run. Conky, Mike's place run. Really?
The thing finally came on. I was able to type something in. That's what it was.
So that was like, my goodness. I mean, then you have the dock workers striking too. So things could get a little crazy for a while if they aren't already.
The dock workers strike. That's right.
Yeah, the dock workers.
DiAnna and I were actually talking about that a little bit ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. That's going to make a difference.
Yeah,
all we can do is keep our fingers crossed that truck drivers don't go on strike, because if they do, we're done.
It's going to get crazy because we're on the East Coast, and it's all the East Coast ports and all the Gulf ports where they're striking. And I kind of understand where they're coming from. They're more scared about all this automation that's going on. So that's what a lot of this is about. Of course, increase in pay helps too. So. But yeah, those kinds of things can make things a little scarier at this time of the year for us resellers, because hopefully most stores are rated for the holidays, but you just never know if, people are still waiting for stuff to get in the stores before the end of October, and things don't get in the store. There could be a run on eBay people looking for gifts. So that could be scary. A good kind of scary, keeps us all busy, but still. Let's go on strike, Conky, until we get bread.
We're living in scary times. That's
yes, we are. Yes, we are. Okay, well, you know what, Conky, I'll make bread for you, but I can't promise you're not going to find things you don't want to find in your bread.
How long does a loaf last?
It depends. No, mostly like 3 days. But it just depends if we go out or something or go out for breakfast or something. He's not eating toast, that could pile up, and then because it doesn't have a lot of the preservatives in it, it can go bad in a week. Get the little green spots. So that can get kind of scary when we don't have bread around here, because then someone feels like he can't eat. There's nothing to eat if you don't have his bread. Oh Lord.
It sounds like Conky can't function unless he has his bread. That's how we are with our coffee.
Yeah.
I can't function without coffee.
My dad was like that. He had to have sliced bread and butter with every meal. If he didn't have it, he had to go find it. He just had to have it. I don't know why. It's just a thing. I guess it's a northern thing, because he's from up north.
Sometimes it's nice to have a roll or something, but I don't know. But
we took DiAnna to Amish country.
Oh, what'd you think of that, DiAnna?
It was nice. I mean, I'd been before when I was young, but it was nice. I liked the little place they took us where the animals and things were. Mm-hmm. That was really fun.
We went to Der Dutchman for dinner, and they brought out some Amish bread, and oh my god, it's so good with their butter spread.
Oh yes.
Did you try the butter spread, or did you try the apple spread?
The peanut butter stuff?
Yeah,
I tried them both.
Oh
yeah, they're both good.
I actually put the peanut butter stuff on, and then I put the apple stuff on top of that.
Oh,
it was like
really
peanut butter and jelly. I mean, come on. I liked it.
Yes, Karen. Yes, Karen. The boss babes from the north are going back down to the south. Hopefully, it won't be too challenging for you guys once you can start getting down where Helena went through down there in Florida, getting back
Yeah,
to your
we're already there.
What was that?
We're already in that area.
Okay.
It looks pretty clear so far on the interstate, but we haven't gotten to the Florida part of it yet. But they're telling us that South Carolina got hit worse than Florida almost.
Yeah, Asheville got it pretty bad from what I understand.
Yeah, unfortunately, I feel so bad for everybody involved, all the way from, Cedar Key, all the way north through Perry, and all through. I mean, it's like there was even flooding in Texas.
Yeah.
So
There was multiple states that were affected by this last hurricane, and my heart just goes out to everyone that was affected.
I wish I knew how to help better. I mean, more. You know what I mean? I could go out. I want to go help Travis with his parents. I want to go help, the neighbors in Otter Creek that need help. I want to go down and volunteer in Cedar Key. I just don't know where I'm best suited to help.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody needs help. So
Yeah.
I know. The town hall, Otter Creek, was passing out lunch to the residents of Otter Creek earlier today.
That's good. That's
we're
good.
thankful that they have that at town hall. They're able to help people in the area, not just Otter Creek, but people that come through. So it's a good place to start anyway.
And then the Bible study group that I joined in Florida, they were going to get together and pass out lunch to the folks that were affected by the hurricane in Horseshoe Beach area, which is on the coast as well.
Mm-hmm.
I heard about a family. I think they were in Chiefland, and I don't remember their names. But bless their hearts, I guess it was her and her mom made giant pots of chili and giant pots of like vegetable soup, and then put it out on the internet and said, "Come and get it. It's free if you're hungry. We have it here," and gave an address for people to come so that they could just eat. We got a message on our way down here on our phones that said to avoid a specific area because there was no gas, there was no water, there was no food.
Wow.
It was an alarm, like how you got the emergency alarm.
Yeah, like the emergency or like the Amber Alert that comes through your phones.
It was like that.
We got that twice.
Wow.
No food, no water, and no gas. I was like, that's crazy. Avoid, I think it was I-26 and I-40, I think were the two roads. I can't even imagine. I mean, it's devastating. It's absolutely devastating. I mean, and I've been through it before. I went through Hurricane Michael and lost everything. So, I mean, it's like I can't even watch. I get very unnerved. I try to watch everything and I just get very unnerved. And I have to stop watching because it just brings me back to the devastation that I was witness to firsthand.
Yeah.
It's hard to watch places that have been destroyed that you frequent a lot. So like Cedar Key, for example, knowing what it looked like before and what it looks like now, it's sad when you see natural disasters anywhere all over the world, but when you know the area really well and what it looked like before and seeing the after, that it really, really hits hard.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I kind of
especially
felt
when entire towns are gone.
People's homes are matchsticks. It's hard. I know I was kind of thinking about Cedar Key, and I remember that restaurant we went to with our friends, and it was over the ocean or the Gulf there, and I kind of wonder if it was still around or not. Just kind of felt bad about that. You want to come up here and say hi, baby? Come here. Come on. Can you get up here? Come here.
No, he's not gonna.
Come here. Come on. Want to come up here? Want to come up here? Want to come up here? No, not okay. He did earlier. He jumped up here, and I got the biggest lick face. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come on. Come on. You can get it. You did it before. Come on. Come on. Come on. He let you pick him up either. So come
Maybe
here.
he's camera shy.
He could be.
Oh, he just wants to be. Oh, he just wants me to scratch his back. He's a squid. Well, come here, mommy. Well, come here, mommy. Come on. Come on. Say hi.
Eddie, jump up, see mommy. Come on.
Oh, he's leaving now.
Yeah,
It's like, forget that. They're trying to get me to do something I don't want to do. I ain't going to do it. Okay. Somebody, Danielle Oatmeal says, George and DiAnna, I sent some goodies to HQ, hoping you'll still be there to enjoy them. I guess Jeremy gets it all.
Jeremy, Patience, and Christian, because they'll be there this week.
Ah,
Well, we appreciate it, Danielle. Maybe
Yes, it's a thought that counts.
it is. It's definitely the thought. Maybe Jeremy will be kind enough to bring it with him when he comes down to Florida for the winter.
If it's food, it won't last. Till next day, much less for next month.
yeah, it won't be too long now. He'll be going down there soon. I have a feeling one day he's going to stick his head out. A snowflake's going to come down, and he'll be down in a few hours, you know.
That's what he said. He said he's going to stay till the regular time or until the first snowflake falls. So we'll see.
Whichever comes first.
Which comes first?
Yeah, whichever one comes first.
November 1st. Oh, so basically just getting ready for Friday. That's kind of scary in itself. And hopefully Nurse Conky will be good to me and take care of me.
Well, he should start practicing now.
Oh. Well, I literally, we were talking yesterday about, okay, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, I kind of figure I'm not going to really be into anything. It's like, okay, what can you fix? So I got meals planned that I know he can fix.
Can you find the microwave?
No, he'll actually hopefully I'll give him to grill hamburgers once or twice. That'll be good. And then there's always the frozen pizza you can throw in. And then he can cook up chicken patties in the air fryer. We can have sandwiches out of that. Not doesn't have to be anything fancy. It just has to be something there that we can eat. Oh, thank you, Beach Girl. She says, Noreen, it was great to see you and Conky on Whatnot stream last weekend. Well, you're welcome. It was great to be on, and I got to thank DiAnna and George. I mean, they were basically what we were doing. We were watching them and trying to learn from them, you know, how to do Whatnot, because we are planning to do Whatnot. In fact, actually, we are bringing back Conky night, Conky's Flippin' Adventure Saturday night at 8:00. That'll come back on the 19th. I am thinking by then I should be pretty much looking normal and not disgusting, and I should be up to do a show. And then hopefully on the 27th, we'll get the Whatnot going. But of course, you know, it all depends. I hope that I have no problems and I heal fine. But, you know, that's my goal. I want to get this going. It's really exciting. I really had fun watching you guys do it. Just learning how to run the show from the computer, learning how to, I know a few times Jeremy had to teach us, you got to hold it up over all the verbiage so everybody can see it. So that was one thing we had to learn. So that was kind of fun. Just gonna get that ready to go. So again, thank you guys for your time on that.
Well, Patience and Christian taught us something about Whatnot.
Yes,
When we crashed their show on Monday. Did you happen to watch that one?
No, we didn't get a chance. No.
Working anymore.
So what did they teach you?
Yeah, well, I can't do it.
Oh, you might.
I'm frozen.
Yeah, you are frozen.
Oh, look at that nice biscuit
There
coated.
Yeah, so we learned something new about Whatnot when running the items behind the scenes. So we're gonna have to show you how to do that.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Simplified.
So crazy. I was like, why didn't you tell me that?
All righty. I'll keep my ear out for that. And Joan goes, Noreen and Conky, you guys did great. Well, thank you. And also up here, before I get too caught up. Okay.
You know, our Whatnot rep even said it was so cool to see Conky and his wife with you guys on your Whatnot show.
It was fun.
Well, happy birthday, Jen. Happy birthday. And thank you for your super chat there. In fact, just for you, Happy
happy
birthday
birthday.
to Jen. Happy
Mimi Jen.
birthday to Jen.
Mimi Jen.
Birthday, dear. Jen. Happy birthday to you.
That was creepy.
That was not creepy. That was cute.
Well, happy birthday, Jen.
Happy birthday, Jen. Thank
And
you. For
happy birthday to anyone else that has a birthday this month.
October babies.
Oh, let's see. No birthdays around here till next March. This is what Conkys sees in the morning when I wake up, the hair flying around.
My daughter says,
So what are some of your guys' scary events with the shop, with the reselling, or with the units that you've ever gone in? What is the scariest thing you guys have had experienced?
For me, it's finding the live rodents. That's scary.
Yes. Found a snake one time.
I mean, like, ew.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it actually wasn't that scary. But there was a snake. I'd rather find a snake than a rat or a mouse. I don't like the roaches. That's disgusting.
Yeah.
It's not scary. It's disgusting.
It startles you.
I heard Florida roaches are like big, like dogs. Is that true?
Well, those are palmetto bugs.
They are, but aren't they the cousins? They're a cousin of the roaches.
Yeah, they fly too. That's always the bonus. They fly.
God. And then they make the flapping noise by your ear.
Yeah. And they fly in your head. So there's that too. But they're not like the German cockroaches that you find in storage units. Those are gross.
Well, we found a couple mummified rats in our one unit we got one time. That was pretty gross. Mummified rats. They were, oh yeah.
Yeah. Anything that's alive just always startles me. The spiders, the fuzzy spiders, the ones with the long legs, like bugs that you typically aren't used to up in Ohio, like the ones that I've never seen before freak me out in Florida.
Yeah. Everything's a little bigger down there. All that humidity and warm sun makes them bigger.
Yeah. There are bigger bugs that we're just not used to down there. The deer aren't big, though. The deer are scrawny in Florida.
Yes. Yes, they are.
They're like dogs.
They're really tiny.
They're tiny little skinny legs. I've seen them. Now we get the full grown deer up here, and they come in our yard on occasion. I think you saw one the other day, didn't you?
Yeah,
You took a picture of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they gotta be careful now. They gotta get back into the park. Stay in the park.
We have alligators, and Ohio doesn't have alligators. I'd rather have large deer than alligators that just happen to be, by your back sliding glass door in the morning. It's more fun to watch a deer going across the backyard than an alligator.
Yeah, deer are much more fun because they just want to get away from you. The alligators, they know they got that, and they'll just come at you. They got the jaws of death. So,
that's a misconception. Alligators don't come after you. Generally speaking, they don't want you. They're not after you. They don't want to eat you. They're more afraid of you than you are of them, just like any other animal. But just like a deer can, rear up and attack you as well, an alligator can do it. And then you need a ambulance. But generally speaking, I've had a bobcat outside of my house before, and I wouldn't go outside. But if it would have been an alligator, I could have probably kicked the sliding glass door, and the alligator would have scurried away. Whereas the bobcat just hisses at you. So
alligators
aren't the scariest thing in the world.
The scariest thing right now is the skunks are out and about, and we have to be kind of careful because Eddie likes to go outside and he likes to get in the backyard, and God only knows what's out back there. We've had the pleasure in the past of dealing with skunked dogs. That's scary stuff. The smell alone is scary enough. And then if you got two dogs, which we had at the time, two dogs that got skunked, it's nighttime. And what did you have to do? Conky had to run to the local grocery store 11 o'clock in the evening. He was trying to find
tomato juice.
tomato juice, and he even got something specific for spray dogs. And the girl checks him out. And she goes, "You have a nice evening." Conky goes, "Yeah, I got skunk removal and tomato juice. Gonna have
I've had to wash a dog in tomato juice because of that before.
And it worked.
Yeah, it works.
Turns them red.
Yeah.
turns
You gotta leave
red.
it on there for a little while, and you gotta scrub it in, but it works. We didn't have any special skunk remover or didn't have it available to me. All I had was the tomato juice. And it has to be tomato juice. It can't be like V8. It has to be tomato juice.
So a few weeks ago, I came home from the schoolhouse, and this was probably closer to midnight, and the air smelled so delicious. It smelled like cucumbers.
An angry snake.
Come to find out, it's an angry snake called a copperhead, and when they spray, they smell like cucumbers.
Oh my gosh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. I didn't either until I shared that with DiAnna.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
that's unless you're growing cucumbers out in your yard. I mean,
Yeah.
you smell cucumbers, it's a snake.
We don't have a garden at the
That's
ranch.
a little bit on that,
It was definitely
annoying side.
a copperhead, which is venomous
Mm-hmm.
in Florida. So where it was hiding, I don't know.
I told her likely since she smelled it as soon as she came home, she likely ran it over. And I don't mean ran it over with her tires. I mean, she likely went over it and startled it or drove by it and startled it. That could have been what it was. But it's definitely, like I said, unless you're growing cucumbers out in the yard, there's no reason to smell cucumbers. It's going to be a snake. So at least they let you know they're there.
Yeah. Warning. Well,
Yeah.
one story I heard is one guy, his dogs were out and they actually got close enough to get that skunk in the face, and their eyes swelled up and stuff. They had to take them to the vet. So gotta be careful how close they get to. But this guy,
I don't ever recall smelling a skunk in Florida.
They're there. They're there.
oh, you know it if you smell it.
I mean, you'll know it. It smells just like. Usually, you smell them when you're going down the road
Ugh.
because they've been
That's
hit
not
or they've
fun
been
either.
frightened or whatever causes them to spray. The worst thing going down the road in Florida is a
Armadillo.
no, not the armadillos. Don't hurt people. The pigs, the wild hogs, those are dangerous.
Oh yes.
Not only are they dangerous because they will attack you, but they're dangerous because they'll ruin your car. I mean, they're huge. Some of them are huge, and they're out everywhere. You go down 19, especially in certain times of the year, you could see half a dozen of them within a mile, just laying on the side of the road because they've been hit.
Aww.
There are a lot of them, so you
Yeah.
have to be very careful.
Well, another fun thing or scary thing about reselling is dealing with the customers sometimes. My favorite is when you go and you take the time and you put the listing together, and then you get an email or a message, I should say, through the system. What's the sizes? And then there's a part of you that says, like, well, didn't you look at the listing? But then you realize, sometimes you just got to take a time out, take a deep breath, and realize it's the customer. Give them the info and thank them and move on. So that's one. And then when they return something, oh my God, the worst one I had, I think, was when someone bought a little toy robot off me on December 1st of last year. Then a day after Christmas, they want to be refunded because it was broke. Didn't you open it up when you first got it? Or did you basically wrap it up, give it to your kid, and your kid played with it and broke it?
No, they broke it. Yeah, the kid broke it.
The kid broke it, and they wanted their money back. And luckily, I didn't have too much into it. So I just gave them the money back. Because you want to, didn't want to get the ding for a bad feedback left by the customer. So you just kind of, well, I'll just give them the money back. But really, it's like, you know what? If you're going to buy something, you should look at it right away, first of all. But then again, if you're, I even gave this person a good feedback. Like usually a week later, I'll give them good feedback. Once they've received it, I'll give them a week and then I'll give them good feedback. I left this person good feedback and still they came back. It was broken.
You won't do that again.
No, I won't do that again. All right, Ted, thank you so much. Oh, there we go. All right, Ted, thank you so much for the love. Appreciate it very much. Thank you so much.
Lost Babes, baby.
Lost Babes, baby. Love ya. That kid smoking
one of the biggest things that frightens me with reselling is USPS and the way they manhandle the packages. That's what frightens me the most. Like, I don't trust it. I will overdo it and put extra love into packaging because they will punt your boxes across the warehouse to keep their business moving. And so that's scary, is knowing you package something correctly and put enough packaging material in there, bubble wrap, whatever it is that you need to wrap it with, and then it still comes up and then it arrives broken. Like that's scary.
Well, there was a postal worker that told us, they gave us the advice not to put fragile on the package.
They don't read that
because that just gives them more incentive to
do the opposite.
To do the opposite of that, to see what they can do about it.
Mm-hmm.
They just suggested that you just pack it properly and just don't mention that it's fragile.
That
and somebody else just recently said, put on the outside of the package ink, because they don't want to bust an ink bottle and get ink everywhere. So they are careful with it.
Should we create stickers that say ink inside?
We still ink now.
Oh my, yeah. And what's really scary is if something is broke and you go to file a claim with USPS. That is scary and frustrating because they will do everything not to pay, no matter what the amount is. They will find something like you didn't give them enough pictures, or you didn't fill out the paperwork correctly, or you didn't include this, you didn't include that, anything. And then they'll fight you. I think the worst one I ever had is I sent something to someone and that someone said they never got it. But on the USPS website, it said it was delivered. They didn't deliver it properly. They didn't deliver it to the right address. And guess what? You're out of luck. Well, it says we delivered it. Yeah, but you delivered it to the wrong address. Well, we delivered it. That's all you'll get back is, well, we delivered it. We did what we were supposed to do. We delivered it. You delivered it to the wrong address. I paid the customer back, but I was out of the money.
Yeah,
they never got it.
Or not only issues that are frightening where the buyer doesn't input their correct address, and maybe it was an honest mistake where it was a typo and they were off a digit, and then you just hope and pray that they have great neighbors and their neighbors are like, yeah, I have it, come get it, or let me deliver it to you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but that one, in their mind, well, we delivered it. You did deliver it to the right address. But we delivered it. Okay, you delivered it. Okay, great, but you didn't deliver it right. So I was out of that.
Like talking to an idiot.
Yeah, that's it. I think that sometimes that's one thing maybe the customers don't understand is, okay, you're good here. We're good here, but we have this intermediary. It's called who's ever delivering the package to you. That can make it, they could screw it up, they could break it, they could do whatever to it, and then you give them pictures. Well, And one time too, the customers actually inconvenienced because they had to take their package to the local USPS to have them inspect the package. And I had an argument with USPS saying, well, the person went to the supervisor. Here's the supervisor's name. Here's the date. Here's a picture where she was at the post office. It wasn't enough for them. It was not enough for them.
Stay in this lane. Yeah. Yeah.
In half a mile, use the left 2 lanes to take the
Now,
I-26.
UPS, I haven't had too much issue with them. It's the post office that I have the most issue with. And then, of course, that one Christmas when we had COVID, that Christmas of 2020, man, that was a nightmare. Packages got lost. I never saw them again. They have no idea where they went.
I-26 East exit.
So we were out of money on some of that stuff too. But yeah, you're right. The scariest is dealing with the third party there delivering the package.
3 miles.
Yeah. What about you, Dee?
What's that? I wasn't listening. I was listening.
What
to
are
her.
some of your scariest things with reselling or storage units?
With reselling storage units? Well, I don't know if you guys ever did this, but trying to load a storage unit by myself,
Oh my
that was
goodness.
kind of scary because I got trapped in one time.
Oh, geez.
I went over the furniture, and luckily somebody was there, not with me, but they were there. But I went over the furniture to see how much was behind it, to see if I could get the stuff behind that were in boxes out first, to load those first until my son-in-law could come and help me. And I got stuck back there because the boxes fell over.
Oh no, stuff will
I
land.
was trapped back there, and I didn't have my phone because I left my phone sitting on the hood of my car.
Oh my gosh.
So I was like, oh no. So I was trying to push the boxes off of where I was, and some guy came by. He's like, are you all right? And I said, well, I could use some help. And he helped me get the boxes, and I could climb back over the furniture to get out.
It wasn't the previous owner, was it?
No, it was the guy that worked there. My son-in-law was coming, so it wouldn't have been tragic. He was on his way. He was getting a U-Haul truck.
Mhm.
But I climbed over to the back trying to get the stuff to the front so that when he got there, I could, load it. And I could load some stuff in my car, and everything fell on me. I wasn't hurt, but I was trapped.
That is scary. That is scary. That would be scary.
Stubborn because I could have waited, but I couldn't wait. I had to do it myself. Lesson learned. I'll probably do it again, but I did learn the lesson. It didn't hurt.
With it.
I'm usually good, like I told you, about going down those steps and falling down those steps. I won't do that again because it hurt. But if I can learn a lesson and do it again. But if it hurts, I likely will learn it and not do it again. Just depends on what it is.
I'd be afraid to do that. That's why there's no buying units unless Conkys buying them, because I know there's just some things I cannot do anymore. And crawling, climbing. See, that would probably twist my back. I'd be stuck there forever. Oh, and
yeah, oh, I'm speeding.
Don't get caught.
Ooh, I'm speeding. Good grief. I did not realize. Okay, I'm not speeding anymore.
She's just trying to keep up with traffic.
Yeah, I'm keeping up with traffic until this lane. We're going back to one lane again.
So who's gonna win, north or south?
Honestly, I really want North to win.
We're really for the North. We really are, because it makes us happy to see them happy.
Yes. Like to see them be successful makes us happy.
Yeah,
So-
she's sitting off that beautiful Coca-Cola tray right now.
Nice.
They're so cute. Both of them are adorable.
They are.
And I love how they sell things, so they're a lot of fun to watch.
Where's my pepper shot? I need my pepper shot. I need a shot of pepper.
Is she napping again? Yesterday she was half asleep.
What size are those shoes? Those are Conky size shoes. Did you see those?
Yeah.
The bright light, sir.
So one of the other things that scares me about storage units is being in the unit, recording, loading, whatever it is that we typically do, and the previous owner show up. Like that's one of my biggest fears.
That's not ever happened to me.
Because, and the reason why I say this is Jeremy and I went to a storage unit facility, and I can't remember which city it was in, maybe Norton. And the cop pulls me over. He pulls me off to the side. There was a cop there, and he's like, "Excuse me, ma'am, can you step to the side?" And I step over to the side, and he's like, "What are you doing here?" And Jeremy pulls me, and he's like, "She's with me." And then we're just following the crowd. Well, it turns out that the cop got called because the previous owner showed up for her unit that was going to go for auction, and they didn't want her there bidding against her own unit. And they thought it was me. They thought it was me because I was recording.
Oh no.
And Jeremy found a pew hidden in the drawer of one of the furniture pieces. And I was so afraid that the previous owner was going to come up and do something to us because I knew she was there and because the cop thought it was me as the previous owner and pulled me off to the side. So like, that's something I'm constantly thinking about every time we're at a facility. And then another story that I had was Jeremy bought a unit in Florida and some freak bid on the unit too. And the facility didn't open, or we didn't arrive to the facility till like 11 a.m. in the morning. And that guy told us that he's been waiting since 8:30 a.m. that day to see who won the unit and waited in the parking lot to see who the unit was until we showed up.
That's scary.
Like, that is scary.
Why did you want to see who won the unit? That's so scary.
He wanted to see who won the unit because he thought about bidding on it and then thought it was staged and wanted to know what was in it.
There are some weirdos.
There's a lot of weird people out there, and him being one of them. And he wasn't even the previous owner. He would just happen to be someone that thought about bidding on the unit and thought it was staged. But the fact that he waited since 8:30 in the morning and then we arrived there at 11 and then he pulls up like maybe 15, 20 minutes later to tell us that he's been waiting since 8:30, like that's some creepy stuff right there. Like I was not okay with that. And Jeremy was like, don't talk to him. Like, don't talk to these people. So like I just ignore people that try and come up and talk to us now.
Yeah.
So much has happened lately. It's just scary all around. This whole planet has gotten scary.
Absolutely.
Too many crazies out there. Too many crazies.
Yeah.
I guess I was naive in thinking that there weren't as many, but
No, they're coming out of the woodwork.
they are. They're coming out of the woodwork like crazy.
I have to confess, I've never thought of it from that angle, but now I'm going to be a little bit more cognizant of that. That, you know.
Well, you don't think about those things until it happens to you. Like I never thought in a million years ever that any of that would happen or that people would be capable of doing something like that until it happens. And it happened. Mm-hmm. And so now I'm more cautious with my surroundings and watching who pulls up and
Yep. That's a good lesson for all of us.
And unfortunately, it takes away from the fun of treasure hunting and buying units because of people such as those that reveal themselves and their plans.
That's the thing. A lot of them, you don't know what they're going to do. They just stand there and look at you,
lurking.
It's just weird. We have people come by before we had the gates up at the schoolhouse. You know, they got the circle drive there. People would just drive in.
Just to drive in.
And just drive all the way around, drive slow, drive through. And I'm like, who drives through somebody's yard? And then after we got the gates up, or after we got the fence up, but there was no gate, they still did it. And then when we got the gates up, but we didn't have the locks on them, they would open the gate. Like literally open the gate. I'm like, how do you just go on somebody's property
and manually open.
Manually get out of your car and manually open a gate and think it's okay to come onto somebody's property. I don't understand how anybody would think that that was okay.
I
I don't know. It's weird. I look at my surroundings way differently now, and it's unfortunate. I don't like it. That's probably the scariest thing, is that I don't like that I have to look at my surroundings differently now.
But it's the world that we live in.
It is.
Even if
Yeah.
you remove YouTube
We were
out of the
warned.
factor,
The
people
good
are still.
Tells you
Yeah.
by my reading, I think we're somewhere around the warning in 2 Timothy. If you read 2 Timothy, I think that's about where we are as far as reminders of what's supposed to happen. But
Yeah.
get right with Jesus, everybody will be fine. That's all you got to do.
It's like people no
Just get right
longer
with Jesus.
have boundaries. People, I think maybe because of social media, people feel like there's no boundaries anymore, that everything's open to everybody. That I would never do that. I would never, go up to somebody, even if I see them on YouTube, or even if they're a celebrity, famous somebody, would just go up and get in their faces or go into their properties, just open their gates and go. I would never do that.
Most people would get arrested for that, but not in Levy County.
And that's stories that you tell about the fans. They would just stop by, get into your, here you are, you're busy doing your day, and they just stop by. Hey, we're here. Stop what you're doing. We're here. It's like, who does that? But I think a lot of people don't have boundaries anymore, and that is scary. People just don't have boundaries. You don't know who these people are. You don't know what their intentions are. No boundaries. Well, this is where they live. Let's just go in. We know George and Jeremy. We watch their show all the time.
I can't say, I know people will say, hey, or now they're like, hey, are you DiAnna? And I'm like, yeah.
You recognize all.
And I'm just like, are you a person that likes me, or are you a person that hates me? Because I got both of those.
Mm-hmm.
And so, I mean, I don't ever try to be rude to anybody, whether they like me or not. But you just never know.
Mm-hmm.
You just never know how they're going to approach you, who they are. They know you, but you don't know them. So, you're just very, very cautious. And I've never had to deal with that before. I was always behind the camera, not in front of the camera. So, I mean, I had a photography business for 25 years. I was the person behind the camera. So it's just weird. It's uncomfortable sometimes when people do that. And most have good intentions. I would say that there are 99% of people out there are wonderful people, but that 1% ruins it for everybody.
Yeah, I agree. Most of the folks that we've met, because they follow us, have been amazing people who we now call friends.
Yes.
But like DiAnna said, there is that small percentage that have a different agenda with different intentions. And so it leaves a bad taste in your mouth, and then you just have to adjust and
Mm-hmm.
and live a certain way now and just be extra cautious.
Yeah, most of the people we met, they've been fantastic too. We haven't really had any problems, but there is those people that just, now you can kind of understand a little bit about how these Hollywood celebrities and what they deal with. And fans can't understand why, he wouldn't sign. He got mad at me. I just went up to his dinner table. He was eating. I just wanted him to sign my autograph. And it's like, okay, but there's times and places for things, I guess. And
I would never do that. I would never. Well, first of all, I'm not a celebrity. Second of all, I don't look at what people call celebrities as celebrities anyway. You may know who they are, and I guess that's what makes the celebrity status. But there isn't a single person on this planet that I want their autograph, or I think that they're amazing. And I just don't. They're just a person that has some sort of talent, and people know who they are. I have no desire to meet, I don't know. There's just nobody. I mean, I like certain people. Like I like Tom McDonald. I think Tom McDonald's great. And I buy his merchandise and I support him. And if I saw him out, I certainly wouldn't go up to him and go, oh, like these people do. It just seems weird. They're just people and they're doing their job and making money the best way they know how and, making a living for themselves. And they're just as human as everybody else is. Leave them alone, just leave them alone.
Well, speaking of, with regards to you guys a few years ago with the American Pickers, did you guys hear that Fritz passed?
Oh, that guy, Frank,
that's it. Yeah.
Yes. He was ill.
He's been sick for a while.
He had something wrong with him. I don't know. I don't remember what it was. But he had an illness of some sort. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, and I saw that. I thought you guys, how Jeremy got a chance to talk to the other gentleman on the phone. I forget his name on the top of my head right now.
Mike Wolf.
Mike. Okay. All right. Thanks. See,
John Amos passed away as well.
He passed away like a month ago. At the end,
they said January 1st. Or I mean October 1st.
I guess his son and daughter are feuding with each other. Okay. And I guess he actually passed away on the 21st, and the son was more involved with everything. So he didn't announce it until yesterday, but I guess he's passed at the end of August from heart failure.
Yeah. And Pete Rose passed away. Chris Christopherson passed away. They're just dropping like flies.
And there you have good old Jimmy Carter make it to 100.
Yeah.
Go figure. Every day's a gift, so just go out there and enjoy it the best.
Right.
And that's why we've been having fun being boss babes and reselling and being in charge of our worlds and
that basketball player. Big tall Asian basketball player, Matumbo, or I can't remember.
Something like that. Don't ask me.
He was only 58.
Yeah.
But he had brain cancer, apparently, unfortunately.
He was a very tall gentleman.
Yes, he was. Yes, he was. He was very tall.
Well, look at Christian there just trying to sell that cut glass. Look at that.
It's up to $15.
Really? Well, good. Look at him go. Sell that glass, Christian.
Sold for $15.
Patience loves
They
glass.
sell a lot of glass, and I looked at them. I'm like, you guys are very brave.
Yes.
For
That's
glass. That's scary.
scary. Selling glass. I don't like it. Not at all. Not even slightly.
I'm enchanted by it, but yeah, you got it. Anytime I put something up there, I'm always going to put a little extra on the shipping and stuff because you're going to be wrapping that, and getting in that little big box.
Yeah. Nope. I don't want to sell it.
But
if I can avoid it, I will. Now, if it already comes prepackaged with the styrofoam around it, that's no problem.
That's not nearly as bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I got some Elvis plates. I got to get on the eBay. I'm going to get them on. But right now, since it's fourth quarter now, I got anything season pertaining to the season of fall, Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, get all that stuff up. I had some Barrington bears. I sold a bunch of those over the last week. So I'm getting all that stuff up. I got Hanukkah stuff I'm getting on now too, because they got that coming up. And
yeah.
And
tis the season.
Tis the season to be jolly. Some
Huh?
have had that Halloween.
Christmas and Halloween.
Some have had their Halloween stuff up since the end of August. When the kids went back to school, up with the pumpkins and all that. I'm like, okay,
Yep.
little too soon for me.
I'm surprised they don't have Valentine's Day out already.
Yeah, they got the Christmas candy half off next to the full price Valentine's Day candy. I love that
Exactly.
one. That one gets me every year. Well, gee, how about if I take this 75% off candy, go home, wrap it up in some bread, and go, Happy Valentine's Day.
Personally, I don't care what shape a Reese's cup comes in. I don't care if it's an Easter egg, a Christmas tree, a heart. They're all delicious.
It's all good. It's that great time of year, folks. You can go out and get all that candy you want that you're not supposed to eat.
Yeah.
I know we were enjoying some of that down there at the headquarters there last week. That was pretty fun.
A lot of it.
Yes.
That's the only time we get that much junk foods when we go over to.
I know.
Germany.
I know. You've been telling me. I mean, he's been telling me, lay off bringing the goodies home. So we just have a couple basic goodies I'll keep here, like chocolate flavored graham crackers, and then you have your little chocolate bars and your little cookies. But I have to tell you,
What, 2 cookies left?
Like 2 or 3.
There's like 2 cookies. I ate zero cookies. The day that you guys were there with those cookies, I ate the 1 cookie that I took out before we gave it to you guys, and you said, no, leave it there. And then I looked at the cookie thing again, and it had like 2 cookies in it. I was like, what happened?
I bet Jeremy ate them all.
Jerry probably had a good.
I think I had 2.
Yeah, well, that's okay.
He's probably.
You only come this way once. I know.
He's probably mad at me for leaving them over there. But what can I do?
Oh well. Well, basically with the shopping, I got a little bit more shopping left to do, but I'm basically kind of stocking up, playing accordingly. Now there are 2 boxes of your cookie packets. Okay, that doesn't mean eat it all in 1 week. 1 box for the next week and 1 box for the following week.
Yes,
Well,
fair.
let's see how that works.
That's funny. There are rules, Conky. There are rules.
Boundaries.
Yeah,
I don't like rules.
he doesn't
If you
like
follow
rules.
things, you'll get a little star.
He doesn't want to go grocery. I don't want to go grocery shopping. I hate
Nobody
grocery.
wants to go grocery shopping.
Nobody does. And then
That's my least favorite thing to do. I can't stand shopping. I don't like shopping for anything. Not clothes, not food, I just don't. I don't like to go shopping.
no. And one time Conkley complimented me. He goes, I know you hate the grocery shopping, but I'm so glad you do it. Because,
They don't offer the grocery shopping out where we live, where they bring it to you. They don't offer that. I think we can go get it though. We can order it and go get it. I guess we could try that.
Do curbside pickup.
I thought about that too, but
Then you got J-Rock ganking groceries.
grocery. Well, at least you have to come in and ask for them. And that show, they were just putting them out on the curb and people. Never mind.
We'll have to explain it later.
But, one thing too is, when I go shopping, like if I'm going to buy tomatoes, I have to make sure they're hard tomatoes. Now, my luck, I get the tomatoes, they would throw them in, I bring them home, he would open them up and they'd be all squashy. And then the whole meal's ruined. His whole meal of hamburger is ruined because it's a squashy tomato. It's not hard. Mayor Dan goes, I only do the shopping when I'm hungry. That's not good. Yeah, never go shopping hungry.
That's like rule number 1.
Yeah.
Never go
Rule one.
shopping.
Never shop hungry. Never.
Yeah, because you will be putting things in you should not be putting in, or you'll be buying things you should not be buying. I did that a couple weeks ago. Just wanted to get it done. I'm gonna go. So he goes shopping with you because he doesn't know what to buy, right, George? Jeremy goes, I only go grocery shop with George. I don't know what to get.
Chicken and shrimp. That's it. That's chicken and shrimp. That's all I ever see.
Yeah.
Yeah, and apples. You're right. Chicken, shrimp, and apple mix. That's pretty much it. I think you could live off of that.
Well, I'll tell you one thing with the scary grocery prices these days. One thing I won't be buying for a while is eggs. I'm sorry, 25 to 30 cents for an egg. That's a little steep. But good for you guys having your own chickens.
Do you have any local people that sell eggs? Because I know in Florida, there's a lot of people that like have out by their fresh farm eggs. You can pick them up. Usually they're like $2 or $3, and you get like 2 dozen or whatever.
I'm going to have to keep an eye out because I was kind of getting into eating the eggs in the morning to get that protein because they say protein's good to get in the morning. But, man, I think at this point I'll just go buy lunch meat, make a sandwich. I've done that. For breakfast, I'll make a sandwich, just to get that protein going. But I don't know, guys. It's scary. We're in a scary season, scary reselling season, Halloween season, Christmas season, all that scariness. And with you guys now, it's completely dark. You need to focus more on your driving so we don't have scary news out from you guys. So at this point, being that it's almost 8 o'clock, thank you for hanging out with us. Thank you for hanging out. You guys have a safe trip back, and we will be talking to you next month. Let's see what's going on here. You think I would look this up before I get on here?
Mayor Dan says they have eggs.
They have eggs.
Mayor Dan have chicken.
Okay, we will be November 6th is the first Wednesday in November. So we'll be back then with you guys. Everybody, probably Jeremy would be back down with you guys at that time too. So you guys stay safe. Keep an eye out. It's getting colder. Stay warm. And we will see you next first Wednesday of the month back here on Boss Babes, baby.
Boss Babes, baby.
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 Good night, everyone.
No, I know. I'm pressing. Bye, everybody. Thank you.
Bye-bye.